What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Tom Trips Out and I'm in Toronto, Canada in the winter and I'm going to show you around today to a few spots in the city. My name's Tom, this is my trip out.
Well, hey everybody, come along with me. Take a trip to a place to find what I see. Make people live through, see the joy they bring and how much it costs to try new things. Well, come and watch me on my trip out. My name's Tom, this is my trip out.
So it's just after 9:30 a.m. and I took the train down from my parents live in the suburbs. It's about a 45-minute train ride and that alone cost over $10. And later on I'll show you the subway as well downtown. It's cool seeing the steam come up from the vents everywhere. And so here's what we're going to check out today. We're heading towards a really major, huge mall in Toronto. It's very historical, called the Eaton Centre. And usually around Christmas it's all decorated inside and they have a giant tree in the middle that we can see that too. And beside that they have a big place called Nathan Phillips Square and that people can go skating outside. And the other interesting thing we're going to check out, they have underground corridors and hallways that go for kilometers and kilometers in different directions and all the major buildings connect to each other underground. And throughout these hallways is shops and food courts and they have that for when it's the most terrible winter times. You can almost get around everywhere without having to come up to the surface. Oh, the clock tower's dinging. And yeah, I didn't know exactly what specific order that maybe we would do everything, but I'm seeing right now the Nathan Phillips Square, I think is right here where we can skate outside and they hold different cultural events here too. It's just across the street over here. So let's get over there. And I actually lucked out today with the temperature. It's not that cold. It's probably only like -1 and it could be more like -20 with a wind, you know what I mean? Or -14 with a wind chill on top. But overnight we got a whole bunch of snow and I woke up like, oh no, but then I thought that's actually good for the video. I'm trying to show you Canada and there'd be no snow otherwise, so it's kind of good it snowed. Check this out, we're walking up to it now. And they have a big sign here that says Toronto. Oh, there's the this machine that cleans the ice. It's called a Zamboni. And they drive around and make it smooth and flat. It's early morning now, but you know, you can come here and you rent skates here and it's probably a snack bar and other things you can buy here, and then it all lights up and in the evening everyone's skating here and I think it's free unless, you know, if you rent skates that cost money, but you could bring your own skates. You know, Canada's very, very multicultural. So this is a place where there would be celebrations, and I mentioned that earlier. I think I've been here when it was big Indian like food festival and they had music and there's performances where they're wearing traditional like costumes or clothing and they're all doing dances and stuff, and it's every few weeks during the summer mostly, not in the winter. And then it's also a place where people can get together and maybe protest things or draw attention to things. And I think it's because it's right across from those government buildings, so that's why. Let's make our way over to the Eaton Centre, the giant mall. And hey, part of my plan after this video filming is all done, I'm going to do a live stream and walk to a place called the St. Lawrence Market. And that way you can sort of contrast and compare it to like the markets I always show you in Cambodia. This is a big food market here in Toronto, but that's going to be a live stream. You don't have to go looking for it, I'll put a card right here for you. They were doing a lot of construction on the outside, so I had to come around and come in like a smaller door, so the big grand front entrance won't really be in it. We're gonna get towards that big, huge Christmas tree. Here we go. Oh, look at it changing colors. And we're on the ground floor now, so maybe that's what we should do. Go up 1 or 2 or 3 levels and look down from up there, get a new perspective. You can imagine in downtown here, many people work around here. So at lunchtime, all these eateries and food halls are probably packed. So at the top of those escalators, it was just inside, I saw this big entrance exit and it said out to Yonge Street. And that's the longest street, I think, in Canada or the world. It's cool seeing all the new businesses. I haven't been on this road in probably 6 or 7 years or more. This is cool. Iraqi street food here, Al-Farat. And again, it's pretty early in the morning, and because today's December 23rd, so we're only 2 days from Christmas Day, so things might look kind of dead and not such like a busy city, but on normal times, this would be crowded and packed and hot happening. And these are cool. The new streetcars, they're not that new. They were even here before I left for Cambodia 5 years ago. But in Toronto, the iconic streetcars here used to look really old, like a little train on a trolley tram or something. And now it looks like a modern monorail or something. Look at that. And they're so much quieter. Listen to that. It's just like nothing. But we're like 3, 4, maybe even 5 stops away. So what we should do is walk part of that underground to show you that, and then maybe the very last stop I'll hop on the subway to show you that, just for one stop. So I guess if we just go into any building, then usually any major building like this, you could just go in and there'll be signs for, it's called concourse underground. So let's get in there and check it out. So obviously we just keep going down as many times as we can. Down, down, down. And the name for this is called The Path in capital letters. We're on an escalator down to the path. So, there's signs like that that guide you all the way, but the confusing thing is it'll always tell you what the very next building you're approaching is. You may be heading towards the 4th building in succession of that, and it doesn't tell you the ones that are going to be coming after. I've been using just Google and ChatGPT, and it tells you exactly where to go. It's no big deal. So now we're crossing into Thompson building. So above us on the ground, this is a whole different building. We kind of just crossed the road underground. And there's different shops and food places. It's like Jamaican patties and Cali love. And, along the way, sometimes there's escalators and stairs. You have to go up and down or through like a enclosed walkway bridge thing sometimes. But it's never exposed to the outside cold. Now this is probably into another building. Whenever you see like a doorway like that, it probably means we left one and into the next. Some places don't even have any shops at all. It's just like wide open hallways kind of. And also where we're going to Union Station, along that road in that area, that's also where the big hockey arena and the big Rogers Centre where they play baseball in there. And any huge concerts that come through Canada would be there. And that's the other perk about these underground pathways. If you have tickets to any of those things, you can walk there and never have to go outside in the cold or anything. And every once in a while, if you want, you can bop up and go up to the street level. All right, so now I've come to the end of a hallway, and it's just an escalator going up to the street, and that's not what we want. Then you come here, and you could either go back that way or this way. And this is where we need to go. So again, now we're going down even lower, and this door means we're like walking into a new building now, the Bay Adelaide Centre. And all the suckers up on the street are freezing cold, waiting for the light to change. We're comfy and warm down here. And we're entering a different building. This is the Scotia Plaza building now. Right now we're probably crossing the street, like the road, the cars are driving above us right now. And now we've reached the other side of the road, and now we're in that building underground. It almost looks like a mall, but it's in the shape of different hallways going in all different directions and stuff. All right, so I think you get the picture, right? So now we'll hop on the subway at the next one we can, just so I can show you what that looks like. And we're so close to the Union Station that when I get on, it's probably going to be one stop, but just so you can see what it's like down there. Yeah, here it is, King Street. Okay, and this is the doorways into the subway. And I don't have like a Metro card or a transit card, or they don't take change anymore, but they say you can just tap your credit card and that should be good enough. I think there's a guy behind the glass over there if you have a problem. Works. So you look, it only goes north or south, right? So we're going south to the train station, which is right by Lake Ontario. Obviously on the subway, it's just one fare. Like, I forget what it is. It used to be like $2.50. It's probably $3.50 now. And so it doesn't matter about where you're going on the thing. It's just one price. But when you get on the train or the Go Bus or all these different forms of transit they have, you can still do this, but you would tap when you get on, and then when you get off, you do tap one more time so it knows how much to actually charge you. And if you don't tap it off, it'll charge you the whole length of the thing as a default. Screens here with news and weather, and then in the corner there it says how much longer. So just one more minute for us.
Line 1, Fort Vaughan.
Sorry about that.
Next station.
So we were able to go about 5 blocks completely underground without having to be in the cold at all. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. And until next time, remember, how you spend your days is the way you spend your life. It's never too late to start tricking out.